Hello and welcome to this week's reading from, let me just pop this up, the 20th till the 27th of July. So we are a couple of days in, but have family things that I've been dealing with, which luckily everyone is healthy now. So that is a good thing. So let's talk a little bit about the astrology, the crystal, the potion for this week. Let me know how you guys have been as well. We have Love Potion. Is the potion to help get you through this week. It is a beautiful one, especially for Leo season. And we have rutilated quartz, which has little striations that you'll see inside of here too. And sometimes this can be to do with iron oxide or other different minerals that make these little striations. So this crystal is about protection, especially astral and psychic protection. It helps us to connect in when channeling. And it's also a really great one for helping remember dreams and help you with astral travel and things too. So I thought this is a really good protective crystal to get us through all of these retrogrades that we also were seeing. So we will get into that a little bit more in a moment. And let me just pop this window back up. I do want to share with you guys, I have a surprise. So when you come into Soul Alchemy Potions to the online events section, you will see the new moon in Leo, which will be happening on this Friday if you're here in the Southern Hemisphere, or on Thursday evening if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. So all you have to do is purchase a potion to get a ticket to come along to this group video chat where we do meditation. We also do some kinesiology, sometimes some light language, and we help work with manifestation together. So it's always different. It's always fun. Beautiful, like-minded soul tribe is there too. So we all love and support each other and help work through things. And we usually turn up with our favorite potion. So it is an online event. And what I have, this little surprise here, as you can see in this special birthday gift section. So this code word that I'm highlighting now, Leo season, can be used over on Solreta.com. So there's a link right here. And this is not only to celebrate Leo season, but also my birthday. So I'm offering 10% off all readings. So if you're wanting to look deeper into a one-on-one personal question for you guys, I can't wait to read for you. And I also just want to say thank you for those that have shared the love and subscribed over on my channel. I really appreciate that. And also solreta.com. This is where to go to book your readings and to use that discount code Leo season. If you click through here, it will take you in. So let's pop up some of the astrology for the moment and talk about that. So let me just read my notes. So with this week, it's definitely feeling like a turning point in terms of like all of the energies we've had working with us since eclipse season. When was that? That was not only last year was big eclipse season, but also this year as well. So there is a sense of awakening, and it feels kind of like that flame or something happening from within. So I was thinking of this crystal as well when picking that. So with this, we're being guided to look at like what's been hidden, look at the shadows, look at our past, look at our patterns, look at things that are coming up to the surface of the memory. And remember also when we step into Mercury retrograde season, this is also sometimes a time where you'll have exes reach out. So just notice that there's shadows and patterns and pasts that are connected with that. It's not that they're necessarily offering something new. So it's to look, have you learned your lessons? Have you looked into what it was that you needed to learn first time round? So it's not, with these shadows and things as well, have a look at like, what is love? What is rejection? Have a look even in your own psyche as well. It's very, very important this week to have a look into what the ego is saying and to notice discernment around this. So I don't want you to think of like your ego being this huge, overdone egregore or character that's like this monster. I want you to look at it in sometimes that it could be prompting or trying to get you to have the courage to step deeper into your purpose and into your mission. So as the Skyhook saying, ego, it's not a dirty word. It definitely rings true in this situation. So around the 22nd, this was when we were having energy shifts in a big way, stepping into the Leo season. So this is why we've also picked Love Potion for this month as well, because it's definitely about the embracing and activation of that magnetic nature that Leos tend to have. So it's bold, radiant, expressive type energy. So this is about stop waiting to be chosen. It's about choosing yourself. So that's what I mean by leaning into that ego energy. Now, so I was typing this out. I accidentally typed 444 and I was like going back over reading my notes. And yeah, it was just so funny that it had 444 around when we're talking about ego and Leo season and things too. So 444, your angels are looking out for you. So definitely tap in and ask for a bit of angelic guidance and help for this week too. So it's all about being real, being authentic, letting your, let me just see what I'm up to. So letting your voice be heard, taking up space. It's about allowing yourself to be seen for who you truly are as well. Even if sometimes that might be a Mercury retrograde, tripping over and stumbling over our words, or it might mean that, we might not feel 100%, or, it could be various different things. Maybe you're just not feeling comfortable in your outfit or whatever, but it's about doing it anyway. So with this, I also had, as I was saying, that download around the ego. So this is all about, let me just read my notes. So yeah, I wrote that it's all about how we've been trained for that to be a negative thing, but it was showing up that we can lean into this and it can help us strive and help us to tap into, sometimes it's like that little personified personality, and I know this is not the best example, but like they talk about Beyonce having Sasha Fierce as like her alter ego. So it's the part of her that gets stuff done or is fearless to hop on stage, things like that. So having a look at like how your alter ego or your sort of heightened sense of confidence can help you to achieve and tick things off your list in terms of soul mission or, different tasks and things that you have to do. So with this as well, it's about leaning into that a little bit and exploring that Leo confidence. So around the 23rd, we're going to have a sextile connection between Sun and Uranus and Gemini. So this could be bringing in more downloads, bringing in sort of like more epiphanies or clearer thinking. It's all about keeping your heart open, getting insights and messages. It's also just being in that pure moment where opportunities can arise, connections or networking, things of that sort of nature. And sometimes it's not where we're trying to push or kind of will it to happen. This is when we step into that state of surrender and release, and things just come into divine connection. So it's about allowing those divine connections to happen. And it's as we're shifting as well with all these patterns and realizations and getting into deeper layers of awareness and thinking, the energy is shifting with us. So there will be new open connections and lessons and pathways. Things could get a little bit more intense around this same time. We're going to have just where we have to watch our words, and where words might be feeling that there's a little bit more weight that they're carrying compared to usual. So this sometimes can clear the air. It can also burn things down to the ground. But we know that with those ashes, there's the phoenix that also rises. So, it can be the old endings or a chance to sort of like reset different things as well. This could also be energy leading to hookups with old past flames. So just watch out for that, and watch out if someone is more in a self-serving nature rather than a place of, healing from the past or feeling that they've done the change. Like, is it a false change or is it a real deep change? So around the 24th, we're going to have the new moon in Leo, and this will be the 25th in Australia. So this will invite us to begin again from the heart. So it's really like looking at things that we've maybe approached mentally, and how can we maybe reignite or restart, but from a heart-led soul position. So with this as well, it's all about planting your intentions, and these are intentions that reflect your truth. So it's, as we said before, that bold Leo energy, that being magnetic. This is about stepping into that alter ego, as we were saying too. So not shrinking to fit in. So this is about you being ready to stand up, to be more commanding. It's all about your inner child and doing what would make your inner child proud. So also looking into, if there's things that you've established and things that you've already done, how is it that your inner child would feel about that? So I want you to lean into this creativity. So this is all about the seeds that we're planting. And as we move towards the 25th or 26th, this will be the Sun opposing Pluto, asking us to face anything that we've been afraid to claim. So especially around power, around self-worth, around old controlling patterns. And sometimes these are controlling patterns for sticking in the safety zone too. So have a look at where you've played it safe. So this is a deep, deep transformational, for lack of a better word, soul alchemy. So this is all about you feeling like you don't have to wear a mask, you don't have to filter yourself, you just get to know that you have a beautiful, authentic heart and live from that point. So it's going to be a fiery week in certain ways, but definitely full of potential. So it's this energy of light cracking us open from within. So as we said at the start, that igniting kind of spark within. So it's also to remind us that we're never supposed to squish down or to shrink down in the face of these big energies. It's actually showing you maybe sometimes like where you're seeing other people be in those big energies. It's an invitation for you to also step into that. So we will have so I've got the Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, and Mercury read still happening. The first one will finish on 11th of August, which will be the Mercury one. So just remembering as well, this is also for the next couple of weeks, a time of karmic release. And it's also divine inspiration. So yeah, it's going to be about staying in your integrity too. So let's have a look into the cards for this week and see what's coming up. Let me know what kind of a week you guys have had. And how's the first start of this week been treating you? So the energy that I'm getting just as I'm touching these cards, I actually feel like there's a conscious choice for a blank slate. So I'm feeling this energy, and what I'm sort of seeing, try to describe it physically. It looks like, you know, where you see like marshland and they might put stepping stones or, you know, a bridge that can adjust. I'm seeing that over the top of what looks to be swampy kind of marshland is the vision that Spirit is showing me. And they're showing me we can either walk over that. And when we look into marshland or we look into that swampy type energy, the water usually will represent the emotion. So we're seeing old kind of toxic water, water that's not purified, water that's got growth, algae, bacteria, different things like that. You know, it's got a different kind of ecosystem compared to the beach. Or I'm being shown that we can build something new and something that we can maybe even glide into, not have to feel like this weird rickety bridge. So let's flip these 6 cards over. So we're definitely walking away from the face of oppression. And this is definitely about you tapping in and feeling good about your gifts and abilities. So the first card we have, 10 of Wands, the card of oppression. This is Saturn, where are we? Saturn and Sagittarius energies. So we're walking away from things that are weighing us down, things that are just, you know, they didn't cause us any pleasure in the past. So just be really careful if you are thinking of revisiting old relationships or old wounds, or especially 10 of Wands, where it's like carrying everyone's stuff or it being your position or your role to make things work for everyone else. So for people pleasers, watch out. In particular, we do have the star cards. This is beautiful, inspirational, Aquarius, hope-bringing energy. This is about showing up as your unique individual self. And we see her channeling this and growing it into celestial crystals, which are self-repairing. So there's an element of us tapping more into the divine aspect of who we are on a higher level and starting to channel and run that program and that perception of who we are on a soul level down here in the earth realm. That's going to cause some things to shift and change. So the word full embodiment would characterize the energy of what Spirit's showing us to step towards for this week. So 6 of Swords, this is Mercury and Aquarius energy. So we're definitely gathering like more information, it seems like this week, more knowledge. We're thinking about things in a different way, seeing old patterns and things come to the surface. We've got the Moon card. So we're definitely illuminating this Scorpio energy, which is referenced as a little scarab beetle here. And we're bringing it through these gates of wisdom so that we can fully see things from a higher viewpoint. So imagine having your physical self and your higher self come to play the same game together, because that's what we're seeing happen this week. There's an integration happening. And as we said before, it's also the integration of like the shadow period and the patterns and the realizations, but it's also stepping into the ego on a lot bigger level and looking at what story can we run? What is it that we've maybe been afraid to do, and give ourselves a little bit of push around that. Also remembering the 6 of Swords for me is that energy of we're seeing things in the invisible We're starting to tap into threads or ideas or feelings or sensations or downloads, and we're starting to then copy and paste into this reality, is the words that Spirit's showing me. So let's have a look on some advice for the week. Knight of Wands. So definitely breaking subconscious patterns, especially we've got a Two of Cups. This is around love. It's around connections. Having a look at your patterns is the biggest advice that Spirit can say. I also want to mention too, Spirit's giving me a download around conceptualizing or feeling into, if not that, then what? So it's choosing something else. So it's like, say you have something pop up and you're like, I could go there, but I'm not sure. I want you to have a look at what you would choose instead. And we had that come up, I think it was a few weeks ago. So yeah, we've got a Four of Cups. So we might be looking at it from a physical point of view, but there's still stuff looming in the background. So perhaps you may have done the work yourself, but perhaps the ex-partners or the people coming back into your life may not have done this. And don't forget that sometimes we will attract people that wear the same, play the same character as those from the past. So also take note if you're getting same around you as well. And we do also have the Hanged Man. So it's definitely looking at it from a higher perspective, working at it from a higher viewpoint. We also have a Nine of Coins and the Sun. So definitely a time to connect in with your wider community. Don't forget to have fun. And with the Sun too, this is about tapping in and channeling that inner child. So remember, this is what Leo energy is about. So I want you to explore, to have fun, to dance, to celebrate. And with the Nine of Coins, it's Virgo and Venus energy. So maybe even utilizing this, because we have Mercury retrograde at the moment too, just to have a reflect and a look over, is there anything that's being popped up in order to finish off? And remember, we always say, be careful with buying white goods or computer issues, electrical faults, car issues when we have Mercury retrograde too. So just take extra care around those sorts of things. So these are the cards that we have with this, and this one as well. So let's see if Spirit has any other advice from the Star Tarot. So we have the Death card. So it is a rising from the ashes, rebirth energy. And I forgot to mention, with this beautiful portal that's in the background, this also represents, it's about holding your soul's energy in the physical. So it's knowing that the divine creator creates you into this reality for a divine purpose. So it's your job to show up and just shine that soul energy and to really bring that focus clearly into the physical. So let's have a look what else comes up. So we have a Knight of Swords. We also have a Five of Wands, and we have a Nine of Pentacles again. And we have the Princess of Cups. I do feel there's an opportunity for some of you to be able to talk about things that have maybe perhaps like caused harm, or to heal up old wounds from past relationships. But it definitely feels like there's new, fresh energy with the Nine of Disc again, Virgo and Venus energy, and Princess of Cups in order to move forward. So I do feel that this is moving forward away from things that would have weighed you down or made you feel responsible for certain things. Let's get a little affirmation card. And this is from this deck. So we have a lotus on one side, and this is all about finding peace. Stress fixed all of my problems, said no one ever. So there is that saying about, things don't get faster just because we stress over it, or we don't make more money just because we're stressing. Thinking really about like taking time out, meditating. I definitely would highly recommend tuning into New Potentials, the Dr. Joe meditation, or changing boxes. Those two meditations would be absolutely perfect for the week. And let's have a look into the Forest Fae energy too. So I do feel with things that are popping up with exes and relationship wise, it's a chance or an invitation to rewrite a new future. So we have the Forest Walker, keep courage and be gentle. So that is the message that I have for you guys this week. Let me know how you're traveling through the week. And I'm sending you so much love. Remember, you can book a private one-on-one reading with the discount code Leo season, all in caps. So I look forward to seeing you guys that are coming to the new moon event on the end of the week as well. That will be over on Soul Alchemy Potions. All right, guys, take care. Bye.